Yo, what's cracking? This is what's going on? We have a few people in the house. Just thought it'd be fun to jump on here, hang out with you guys, talk a bit about, the song and how it all came together. Hey, this is the first time I've had a guest in on the Twitch stream, so everyone welcome Stevan to the Twitch stream.
Hey everybody.
This is our new song. It's called 20. We dropped it last Friday. So it's been out in the world for about 5 days. Thank you for all the love. I'm sure there are some people here that have heard the song already, some people that haven't and just stumbled across this stream. So we got time, so we're just gonna hang out and talk about the track, go through all like the production and like how we linked up and how the song came together. And if you have any questions along the way, just shoot it through in the live chat. Let me get out of this OBS section and jump into the live session. Y'all seeing the live view? Cool. How do we link up? This is like a pass the mic situation. Feels like a one-on-one interview here.
Wow. My bad. I'm just enjoying a delicious meal. I got invited by Ben, who is Taka's housemate, and also a really great videographer and does a lot of stuff with branding. They invited me to do this series that they have called Mood on the Roof. It was just such a cool vibe when I walked in here. I mean, Taka was just doing the sound stuff, but he was also just vibing out, and there was heaps of synths that were in the room, so I was like, oh, might as well come in and play them. And then me and Taka were vibing on the synths, and then we're like, we've got to organize a session.
So we got in. I think we got in January, mid-January. We did 2 days in the studio and did 4 songs. And 2 of them were full songs, and one of them was 20. Or this is a vibe. Let's get it out there. And yeah, I honestly, the track came together in the space of 3 hours. We just got that initial boop 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 thing laid down, and then Stevan came through with the freestyle verses, and then that was honestly it. We just did a few tweaks, and for the most part, the final version of the song that's out now is exactly what we had on the first day. The first sound you hear in the song is this thing. And it's just a Rhodes thing that I played in. I don't know, I just wanted something super fast. And anyway, that got bounced out to an audio, and now it's just this synth loop that's just looping through most of the song. You just see it going all the way through to the end of the song. It's literally that. There's one more sound in here. It's like a scissor. It's like a hi-hat, but it's like a pair of scissors snipping it in rhythm. Right? So this is this goes for the whole song as well. It's instead of the normal hi-hat, we've got a pair of scissors and Nintendo Wii sounds going at the same time.
It's been feeling like I'm straight up out of luck. 20 messed me up. Now I'm turning 20, no pretending I was stuck. Learned a lot of lessons I was missing out on love.
Basically, this first verse is just about it's sort of encapsulating a lot of feelings that I felt either midway through 2020 or just in general 2020. So when it says 2020 messed me up, no pretending I was stuck, I really did feel in that particular time that 2020 was destroying my life. It felt like I had a lot of cool opportunities that were happening at the moment, but due to COVID being the main catalyst, I ended up finding out a lot of things about my friends, things about myself, and I was the first verse is sort of touching on that, is kind of losing some relationships, figuring out that people only hang around you because of the conveniency, and when there's COVID and stuff like that, your real friends are the ones who stay in contact with you. The people who would just hang out with you because you go out drinking or really shallow stuff, they're not around anymore. So song was very true to form. I lost a lot of friends. It was a very weird year for me. But then I guess there's a little bit of a silver lining or a happy part to it in the second half of the verse, which is the pre-chorus.
Sick of trying to wonder what these people think of me. Yeah. I was trying to see ya on a manatee, at your place in a space that I wanna be. Yeah. Flexing for the grand pictures of us holding hands, grow super yucky. Heard that we were brought the rubber duckies, can't be slipping up. Thought that I was getting lucky, but that's okay. I don't wanna be the next guy that you're gonna play.
That the silver lining or the cheeky part about that part is that it's sort of saying just got sick and tired of what other people were thinking or all these negative things, and I was just focusing on one thing. But however, because the song is so bouncy and light, like I wanted to play with it. Like some parts, even with the production, like the Taka did, some parts are very like in your face and really high produced and really mature. But there is sort of like also a bit of like a playful energy. So I wanted to make it like a bit fun. So in the second section, I'm basically talking about having sex through the through no, but I'm like, so I was trying to see ya, right, onomatopoeia. So basically I was trying to see, I've got a song named Sia, and an onomatopoeia is like bong, like bang, pop, all that sort of stuff. So kind of a reference to my song. And also there's a clap that plays during it, and it was like clapping cheeks, as in rooting. I was trying to see onomatopoeia at your place. So I'm trying to clap cheeks at your place in a space that I want to be at, flexing for the gram, pictures of us holding hands, gross. So, in that particular relationship or that particular thing, it's sort of just like there wasn't a lot of romantic ties. It was a fun thing. So when things become romantic, it's like, a little bit scary. Super yucky, I think. Heard that we were, and then I blank out. And the word that was meant to be there was fucking. But I can't use that word because we want this to get played all over the place. So heard that we were, can't be sleeping up. So I can't be sleeping up. So I brought the rubber duckies, a.k.a. condoms. Thought that I was getting lucky. Thought that I was going to get some. But that's okay. I don't want to be the next guy that gets played. You get me? There you go. And it's a little cheeky. You'll never know that it's about that unless you know that it's about that. Only you guys on the stream know that it's about that. But anyways, yeah.
And Sergeant Stingray says, "Your boy ain't a virgin." Exposed. All right. So jumping back here, a lot of the drums are pretty like simple throughout. Like it's just sitting on like a groove. It's not trying to do too much. Like I feel like Steven's verses were doing like so many cool like melodic and rhythmic cuts and all that stuff. So I just wanted the beat to kind of support it from underneath. For the most part, like there's a lot of different layers. Like there's almost 100 tracks on this project between like all the instruments and all the sounds and all the vocals and whatnot. But a lot of them, they're all doing the same rhythm. Ba 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 ba. So we've got the one that I was talking about before, the Nintendo one, right? And then we've got this bass line. I'll put it over it. And that's just like a Juno bass. I think it's like a Arturia Juno bass. Just with like a radiator, which is like a bass preamp, just to like make it slap a bit harder. There's also like this guitar thing, like that does the same thing again. Right, I wanted like a wah guitar. But I just played the two chords and chopped them up because I'm not like it was just like such a intricate part that I didn't want to just like play it and have it like kind of loose. Like I wanted it exactly like chopping. So we've got all those things. And if I take away the vocals just for a second, it's just like a steady rock beat with all those three things doing the same rhythm. Right? Okay.
Because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But
Nah. Although one of the sections was inspired a little bit by that song. We'll get there. What's happening here? We've got some kicks. We've got some claps. There's like this clap, 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 clap. Right? We've got this thing that goes through the whole song. This is just to get people hyped up, like. All right, so I mean, like, I could talk a bit about the drums, but I feel like they're pretty straightforward. I've got like, I like always like, all the drums go into this group. So this is the drums group, and then there's like a few different snares happening. If I just kind of, right, layer 2, and then we've got like a couple kicks. That's the I don't know, some Kenny Beats kick. Found it in the like a cave sample pack off Reddit. If you're looking for drum samples, Reddit is your place to go. Reddit r/drum kits. That's like the source. We've got a hi-hat, right? And this one's like the only one that's not a straight sample. It's like this 70s Abbey Road kit from Native Instruments. Just to give it a bit of a live feel. I didn't want it to be like too electronic or like too, I don't know. I always try to like create a nice balance of electronic sounds and real instruments. I feel like it always helps connect a bit better when there's that live element in it. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the vocals in the chorus, so I'll just play it through, and maybe Steven, you can just chat about like, you know, what's happening vocally and like how you just killed it. Yeah, all right. Here, we'll give you a taste of the chorus, and then we'll go through what's happening in here. Let me just turn the vocals back on.
She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me.
Steven's just got another. He's got Instagram going. We're trying to get.
Everyone who's watching on Instagram Live who wants to continue to watch this, come on Twitch.
Yeah,
You can find it on Taka.
go to my story,
Yeah.
swipe up,
Yeah.
and there's a link to the Twitch stream. Come through. Let's hang.
Let's vibe. Okay. Yeah.
Vocals.
Let's talk about the vocals. So yeah, Taka had laid down such a really cool foundation with the chords, and I thought it'd be cool to do something. It needed to be like choppy as well. You know what I mean? That's how I felt, anyways. I felt like a very like elongated melodic line would be really annoying for this song, especially because it had so much energy and it's pumping, and you don't want to be like, she likes to love. So I wanted like a melody that was very choppy and quick. And the first thing that came to me when I was thinking about that was like da 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 da. And I remember like when Taka was asking me what the melodic line was going to be, he played a bit of it on a synth, and we actually had that laid down. I think that might have either gotten put down, like that might have been lowered in volume, or we completely scrapped that and just in favor of complete vocals. But it's we stacked it a little bit, did some panning.
I think we got the original sounds in here. It was kind of like, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
It sounded like a little watery. It was like
Yeah.
It was kind of like
Fly. Yeah, flashing. Ooh, yeah, blinding eyes. Yeah.
Like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love.
Oh yeah, and the chord change in the chorus. So that's just another thing too. So we had laid everything down, and the vocals were already living there, but they were living with the same sort of two loop chords that Taka had laid down. And then as we were approaching the end of that chorus, I'm like, it'd be so cool to just like to throw in I think it's an extra two chords that come in at the end, and just give the main vocal new context, which I think it did. It just gave it so much more energy, I think, in terms of like, oh, you weren't expecting it, and then it's like a resolution almost. It's like, she likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. It's like
It's essentially a reharmonization for all the theory nerds in here. Like you take the same melody and you put it under different chords, and it can like evoke a completely different feeling behind it. So like if I just play like the synth chords with the vocals, you'll kind of hear what I mean, hopefully. Because the rest of the song is all just two chords. It's like a D9 and a C7. But so you'll hear those are these two chords.
She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to
and
love
then two
it,
more
I
different
like
chords.
to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love.
All right, so it kind of helps because like we've got the same line that goes 4 times in a row, which I guess is just to get it in people's heads. Like you hear it, and like by the time the third repeat of that vocal line comes through in the chorus, you're like singing along now. But if you look here, like it's not just this lead vocal. There is a stack of vocals, and like let me just solo this because it's an experience. the Stevan stack.
She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love. She likes to love me, I like to love it, I like to love it, I like to love.
All right, so there's all these harmonies, and if there's one thing I can say about working with Stevan is like he gets it right on the first go. There is like it like you know, there's no like, oh, let me just try hitting that note a bit better. It's like I remember I put him on loop, and it was just like the first one went in, and then the second one went in, third one went in. So these harmonies, like, they're kind of changing every time the same lyric repeats. So I guess like while the vocal and the lyric are doing the same thing, like it keeps kind of evolving slightly.
Yeah, true. And giving it that, like how Taka was sort of saying, it's like just trying to keep things like not repetitive, but keep things like, you know, consistent so that people can grab onto it easy, but also add like little variations to keep it interesting. I think that's what the main aim of the game was when producing this one, because at its bare bones, it's like it's not extremely complicated, but it has so many complex moving parts that if you like break it down one by one, it's like Taka really like did organize it to sound like a specific way, and it's sick. So, you know, big props to Taka production chops.
There's a lot of guitars. Like initially, there actually wasn't any guitars in this song. It was just like the boop 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 boop, boop like on a loop with like the lyrics changing. And I'm like a guitar guy, so like I just wanted to add like heaps of guitars in. So I've got like the same melody happening again, like on a more distorted guitar patch, just to like give the chorus like that extra bump in energy. So I'm gonna just solo that. Yeah. And like I just cut out the silence bit so it's like super punchy. And then like there's the second one that comes in. So just two guitar parts. One of them comes through the halfway mark, so like it kind of adds like an extra lift in that second half of the chorus. Couldn't you use the noise gate? I could. I guess the thing with the noise gate is like sometimes if you want things exactly precisely in a specific spot, it can kind of be hard to use a gate, because sometimes, you know, you play a chord and like there's little like a pick sound at the end of one time you play the chord, and then the gate flips out, and when you adjust the gate so it works for that, then it cuts too early on one of the other hits. So I did have a gate there for a while, but I just decided, and I do have a gate on it here as well. But after a while, I just decided it would just work better if I just cut it. And if you look closely, like I've got stuff off beat in this song. Like I don't know if you can see my grid lines. Let me just make my grid lines a bit more intense. Like these hits, they're all like a smidge behind the beat. And like all the pluck sounds, they're all like a smidge behind the beat. This is like another sound we've got in here. It's like a plucky kalimba thing. And yeah, I love doing shit off grid because it just gives it a bit of a human feel. Like if I think I've got all the kicks are also slightly behind the beat, and the hi-hat is slightly in front of it, and it just like adds a bit of life to like the drums and the production side of things. So that's the chorus.
Waking up in the morning, feeling lonely, grab my phone and call you up. No, I won't. Self-control, Xbox. I need to remember that, but I keep coming back and I hate that I rap about you. And I'm making this track about you. Psych. These are false memories mixed in with reality. Don't be asking where I be. In the studio or asleep. Always hopping on the beat, trying to be a better me. Tell me what you really see. Focused on the things I need. Sick of trying to wonder what.
Alright, so I mean the production's mainly the same, but like there's a whole bunch of new lyrics. So would you like to?
Yes. So basically, with this section, it's almost like how Taka was saying. It's like sort of keeping things in context, but trying to switch them up a little bit. I thought I'd go with a different flow on this one. As you can tell, the first verse has like a different sort of flow and rhythm to it. But like this one, I wanted to go like a little bit faster to sort of just like keep the song progressing a little bit, and maybe keep because it is sparse and there isn't as many beats going on. I had room to be more experimental with the flow, because I didn't have to keep in time with, let's say, a kick or like a snare. Until it comes in, like little percussive things come in later. But the main sort of go with the lyrics here is waking up in the morning, feeling lonely, grab my phone and call you up. It's almost like leading from the last verse, almost talking about, or the last bridge, sorry. And me kind of realizing that like this experience is really empty, and like I don't want an experience like this. Like I said, a lot of it is kind of cutesy and funny, but at the same time, I think subconsciously I was keeping this narrative of moving forward. So no, I won't self-control Xbox. Like Xbox meaning like it's my ex's box, as in my ex's. You know how some people refer to box as boob. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can say on Twitch. So as boob, you know what I mean. A box, right? My Xbox, like my, but also Xbox, like the game. You know what I mean? Self-control is the next lyrics. Self-control Xbox. Sorry, self-control is the line that precedes Xbox. Self-control Xbox, as in self-control and also the control on Xbox. I need to remember that, but I keep coming back, and I hate that I rap about you, and I'm making this track about you. So I hate that I keep going back to this particular situation, even though I know it's negative for me. And then I say psych, once again bringing in the humor versus the seriousness. And then I say psych, these are false memories mixed in with reality. So basically, these are made-up scenarios mixed in with true facts, and then I leave it up to the audience to sort of decide what things I'm saying are true and what things I'm saying are false. These are social realities. Don't be asking where I be, in the studio or asleep. So don't ask where I am. I'm either in the studio or asleep. Oh, oh yeah. Thank you, Sergeant Stingray. Steven really out here making sure everybody knows he fucks. Damn! No. Honestly, like usually, listen to all my other songs, man. Like it's usually light. Like I keep it really light, but I felt more than comfortable to get like a little more mature on this. But I'm still listen to the lyrics. It sounds like I'm being goofy or I'm taking the piss. And then it's just like, these are false memories mixed in with reality. Don't be asking where I be, in the studio or asleep. Always hopping on the beat, trying to be a better me. Tell me what you really see. Focused on the things I need. So at the very end of that thing, it's like a conclusion. It's like, I'm going to leave all of that stuff behind. Like, you know, all of the like bad relationships, bad friendships. And I'm going to focus on making music because, you know, that's the thing that I'm focused on. And that's what I really need to be doing.
Yeah, that's my favorite verse. It's
Bro, what? Damn. I seem like a
this verse, like, I don't have too much to say about the production because you take the vocals away and like it's just like, what's happening? Nothing. Right, there's just so much space, and like that's something like if you're a producer, like, and you're working with artists, like it's easy to just keep adding melodies and keep adding all kinds of cool swirly ass shit on it, and then the singer's like, bro, I have no space to sing on this now. So like it's always like, you know, doing less than you think you need, and then like adding all this extra cool stuff around the vocals. So like, yeah, my Dixie rec, yes, there's a Mosh Mosh sample, and that's like one of my only vocal appearances in this song. And I kind of sliced it in right after Steven says, call you up. So we got...
And only grab my phone and call you up. No, I won't. Self-control, Xbox. I need to...
So it's...
Is that your tag?
Huh?
Is that your producer tag?
It's not my tag. It's just I thought it'd be funny to
For sure.
throw it in there. Mosh Mosh.
That would be a sick tag.
Yeah, you should get that in all the songs. But, you know, like that kind of stuff, like I wouldn't have been able to put that in if I didn't know what was happening with the lyrics, right? So it's like making like the track work with what's happening vocally and kind of meshing the two together. Super important.
At your place, listen to music on the telly. This is space, I wanna see you shake like jelly. Shake, 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 shake like jelly. I need you like I'm Nelly. At your place, listen to music on the telly. This is space, I wanna see you shake like jelly. Shake, 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 shake like jelly. I need you like I'm Nelly.
All right. There's a lot to unpack here. It's a fun section. And like the vocals sound crazy. Yeah, like
Wow.
there is a lot happening vocally in here.
Look this. Oh yeah, you added some. Yeah.
So what happened is should we find the original stem? Can we just play this one main vocal? I'm exposing you right now.
It's really cringy, but it is what it is. Let's go.
I mean, the final thing's a vibe, so it's like, you know, if the final thing's dope, it doesn't really matter how you get there.
I remember remember pitching it to Taka and being like, "Trust me," because like it just sounded so weird.
Right, so we got let me just strip it right back for you guys.
At your place, listen to music on the telly. Make some space so when they see you shake like jelly. Shake, 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 shake like jelly. I need you like I'm Nelly.
All right, so that was kind of like we wanted like a spoken word part, and we had the first line. At your place, listen to music on the telly, and then we were like, we want something that's like physical.
Yeah, true. So like, I remember like we wanted something that's like, we wanted to say shake, right? We wanted to use shake because of the reference, the Outcast reference, and we're sitting here just like thinking about it, and like we thought about it. This was probably the longest part of the song, right? To try and like organize for lyrics, but then Taka was just going through samples or whatever, I'm assuming, to just like add something, and he came across the and then it almost clicked in my mind, and I was like, this is perfect. Like let's just like, I was like, oh, like yeah, there you go. The Nelly and then I was like, damn, let's just record this. So then I was like, I need you like I'm Nelly. I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
That's a reference to Dilemma, by the way, for all the uneducated folk. Nelly, I need you. Right, so we're kind of interpolating that song, adding a bit of fun energy. People keep asking me like about like the copyright and all that shit on the sample. It's actually like just the sample is from a Roland DMC something drum machine. It came out in 1995. It was one of like the popular drum kits in the studio in the mid 90s, and that was one of the sounds that came on the drum machine. It was like a default patch, and I think Nelly used that. Like, he was like the first big artist to like popularize that sample, and so it just became known as like the Nelly sample. But if you do some deep diving, there's a lot of songs that use this sample, and it's just like a one shot. Same with like a 808 cowbell or like a 808 snare. It's just a sound that people like and works really well with the lyrics. So on top of that vocal, there's like another 15 vocal layers, right? Like, we got that main one in. It was like the high pitched Frank Ocean Nikes kind of vibe.
At your place, listen to music on the telly. Make some space so when they see you shake like jelly.
Look, with my sample packs, they got to be original samples. I can't just be putting other people's shit and selling it as my own. So, just if you want to use it, just Google Nelly sample wave. I'm sure you'll find it somewhere. So I wanted to make this part really lively. I was like, Steven, can you do some weird ones? Can you like, I should play this in the music on the telly? All right, so we got a couple in. What did we get? I'll just play a little snippet of all of them.
I should play this in the music on the telly.
Got that. We got.
I should play this in the music on the telly.
That's like the left-right pair, and then like a low one, I think.
I should play this in the music on the telly. I should play this in the music on the telly.
And then, oh, the noise gate is not like
Place
it.
this in the music on the telly.
And then when it's all combined,
The place is in the music on the telly.
and that's how this section was born.
Shake, 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 shake like jelly.
And if it's good, you just want to hear it again.
At your place, listen to music on the telly. Make some space, I wanna see you shake like jelly. Shake, 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 shake like jelly. I need you like I'm Nelly.
She likes
So that's like the sing-along part of the song. And yeah, we were just trying to work out what other than a Polaroid picture you can shake.
Yeah, and then jelly was the one.
Like, if you get airplane jelly and put it on a plate and shake the plate, like the jelly wiggles. So that's the visual idea behind it, right? Well, yeah, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. That's 20. Steven, any closing thoughts? Any send-offs?
I just hope you guys have a lovely day. You're taking care of yourself, eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. Remember to focus on yourself. Kings, queens out there, take care of yourselves. Take care of the people in your community. Take care of your friends. Much love.
Yeah. That is all. And with that, we are concluding the live stream for today. We're going to end on a bang. Thank you everyone for coming through on the live stream. Yeah. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun.